Now on to the next one, which is, I think barely a week has gone by, without us mentioning Netflix. This time around, there's a couple of things that caught my eye with this, Sheila. Netflix is starting in the mobile games arena, which is not surprising. They've done some pretty cool disruption in various places, and I think this is their next step. And I was also joking with you and saying that I couldn't have told this narrative better, but how it is you want to extend the value of your content. Their games themselves, they're starting with Stranger Things, which was their runaway sort of success hit show, and it's a game in the Stranger Things environment, and that's just product waiting to be had. And how many of us are sort of like leaving that out, right? I have conversations with entrepreneurs frequently about, like, why isn't this a product, or why isn't this an app, or why isn't this automated and delivered as opposed to a service? And I don't think we immediately think about that. But again, watch the giants. Like, they will not create a show for just the purpose of the show. The show is going to become their mobile game empire. So I think thinking about content way outside of just what did I put out on social today is where we need to be getting.
Well, I'm reading a book, Who is George Lucas, with my 10-year-old right now. And one of the things he did when he negotiated his first Star Wars film is he ensured that he had the rights to all the merchandising that's one of the things he did from all the future films. Like, what a brilliant move. But look at all these YouTubers. My son, who's 14, he doesn't want a Gap sweatshirt. He wants the sweatshirt from some guy who's like a streamer, and it's, some random thing that only his followers would know. Like, it makes so much sense to have multiple touch points with your audiences and have different ways for them to engage with you. I don't think any of us are unilateral in the direction. Right. I think we've got to look at the fact that we are, a sphere, and that there are people all around us, and that there are lots of different ways for us to be serving. And we put so much time into that one piece of content, whereas that could be spliced and diced probably a dozen or 24 different ways. But it also talks to the fact that Disney's building on that character from last year, Netflix is building on the success of the show. They're now coming back to those followers and saying, hey, guess what? We're not done with you. Come on back and let's try something else. And that goes for small business too. One of your biggest assets are your past clients. What do they need or want now that they have finished that initial offering? And how can you go back and carry them along with you to extend that lifetime value of that client?
I agree.
Smart.
That is
smart.
That is such a good metric to really keep front and center, customer lifetime value, and it's shown over and over again.